name is Chief Bukola Sekinot Shonuga. I am the CEO of the Beyond Remittance Group, BRG, a diaspora organization whose mission is to invest in human capital beyond the annual remittances to our homeland, Nigeria. I was recently installed as the chief with the title Yeye Mole, Mother of Light, by His Royal Highness Obagbenga Badebo Shonuga, the Fadeshawa of Shimawa. And I'm speaking to you from Shimawa High School in the Shagamu Local Council in Ogun State. This school is one of the poorest in the state, and it represents thousands of underfunded schools and overcrowded classrooms across Nigeria. As you can see, there are 4 students to a bench in this classroom. BRG adopted Shimawa High School in 2022 and implemented an initiative called Public-Private Partnership for Education Equity, PPP4EE. Our focus group, sitting around me here, are now in their last year of secondary school, and they'll be graduating in 2025. BRG is comprised of Nigerian professionals in the diaspora who migrated abroad over 40 years ago when the exchange rate was $2 to 1 naira. Meaning, when I left Nigeria for the US 42 years ago, I received $2 for every 1 naira I exchanged. As I'm speaking with you, naira is 1,500 to $1, an unimaginable drop in Nigerians' buying power. As a retiree, I'm calling on my fellow retired Nigerians in the diaspora to join BRG's mission to invest in foundational public school education in Nigeria. I ask that you please donate 50 cents from every dollar you remit to Nigeria to help us improve the quality of education in Nigeria, starting with Shimawa High School. There are other ways to support BRG's vision. You can donate laptops or tablets. You can donate $6 to feed 4 students. You can donate $25 monthly to school supplies and teachers' salaries. Or you can simply donate 50 cents from every dollar you remit to Nigeria. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all our supporters over the last years. Please visit our website at www.beyondremittance.org. Contact us at info@beyondremittance.org or WhatsApp at +1 212 470 4138, or in Nigeria at 0803 337 4289. I'm going to repeat that contact information again. Please visit our website at www.beyondremittance.org. That's Beyond Remittance, B-E-Y-O-N-D, Remittance, REMITTANCE.org. www.beyondremittance.org, that's our website. Or you can also contact us send us email at info@beyondremittance.org, or on WhatsApp at +1 212 470 4138, or our Nigerian number is 0803 337 4289. Thank you. Now, this summer we're reading Chinua Achebe. This is the beginning of our effort to preserve indigenous knowledge. We want to read authors that are African authors, right? Because their stories are more relatable to us, and we want these young people to gain indigenous knowledge, to know about these authors, to really understand, the storyline, the characters that are built, after Africans like themselves. So we started reading Chinua Achebe a couple of weeks ago, and actually behind me you see our teachers here. You can tell the teachers by looking. I mean, I know you can tell the difference between teachers and students. You can see the teachers behind me in the next row here. So we're reading Chinua Achebe this summer, and sitting next to me is Kosarachi, and she's going to read chapter 9. We are now at chapter 9. Go ahead.
For the first time in 3 nights, Okonkwo slept. He woke up once in the middle of the night, and his mind went back to the past 3 days without making him feel uneasy. He began to wonder why he had felt uneasy at all. It was like a man wandering to broad daylight while a dream had appeared so terrible to him as night. He stretched himself and scratched his thigh where a mosquito had bitten him as he slept. Another one was wailing near his right ear. He slapped the ear and hoped he had killed it. Why do they always go for one's ears? While he was a child, his mother had told him a story about it, but it was as silly as a woman's story. Mosquito, she had said, had asked Ear to marry him, whereupon Ear fell on the floor in uncontrollable laughter. How much longer do you think you will live? She asked. You are already a skeleton. Mosquito went away humilatedly, and any time he passed her way, he told Ear that he was still alive. Okonkwo turned on his side and went back to sleep. He was roused in the morning by someone banging on his door. Who is that? He groaned. He knew it must be Ekwefi. Of his 3 wives, Ekwefi was the only one who would have the audacity to bang on his door. Ezima is dying, came her voice, and all the tragedy and sorrow of her life were packed in those words. Okonkwo sprang from his bed, pushed back the boards on his door, and ran into Ekwefi's hut. Ezima lay shivering on a mat beside a huge fire that her mother had kept burning all night. It is Iba, said Okonkwo as he took his machete and went into the bush to collect the leaves and grasses and barks of trees that went into making the medicine for Iba. Ekwefi knelt beside the sick child, occasionally falling with her palm the wet, burning forehead. Ezima was an only child and the center of her mother's world. Very often, it was Ezima who decided what food her mother should prepare. Ekwefi even gave her such delicacies as eggs, which children were rarely allowed to eat because such food tempted them to steal. One day, as Ezima was eating an egg, Okonkwo had come in unexpectedly from his hut. He was greatly shocked and swore to beat Ekwefi if she dared to give the child eggs again. But it was impossible to refuse Ezima anything. After her father, she developed an even newer appetite for eggs, and she enjoyed above all the secrecy in which she now ate them. Her mother always took her into their bedroom and shut the door. Ezima did not call her mother Nne like all children. She called her by her name, Ekwefi, as her husband and other grown-up people did. The relationship between them was not only that of mother and child. There was something in it, like the companionship of equals, which was strengthened by such little comparisons as eating eggs in the bedroom.
Very well, thank you. I want to say something about this book, just to illustrate where the catastrophic stage that Nigeria is at right now. So we couldn't find these books in Nigeria. We could not find copies of the book. We couldn't even find 10 copies from anywhere to buy for these students, right? And but in the US, so I got this from Amazon. If I were to buy this book in the US, I can get thousands of copies. And I would have to ship them and pay excess luggage and bring them with me on a flight. So it is really, it's really sad, I think is the appropriate word to use. It's very sad that the intellectual property of Nigeria is housed in the West. So I can find this book in America and Europe, but I cannot find copies in Nigeria. So to us, it illustrates how Nigeria's crude oil is being exported abroad to be refined and then shipped back to Nigeria. This is the case with this book, written by a classic literature, written by a Nigerian author, but we cannot find copies of this in Nigeria. So this is the state of affairs where the publishing industry in Nigeria is not existent. So you can imagine in the West where students read, I mean, hundreds of thousands of books every year. And so these books are published, they're printed, and that also fuels the economy of the publishing industry in the West, right? But if in Nigeria we cannot find even 10 copies of this book, so you can understand how the publishing industry is just burnt to the ground, it's just dead. That's an example of how several industries in this country are just not existent, or they've gone into extinction, right? But the students here, as you can tell, they're global citizens. You just heard her read. And they are really creative young people. No matter where they are, I made them realize that they're global citizens. They're no matter, even though they're sitting in Shimawa, in this classroom that's under-resourced and crowded, but they're global citizens. And they proved that to us by going online on their own. One of the students went online and found this book on Pen America and downloaded every chapter of this book, and then we shared it with everyone. And these students, as committed as they are, and I believe their parents are committed as well, so most of them brought a mobile phone that they didn't have the first day, so that we can share this book with them. And we're all now sitting around this. If you can look, people are looking on their phone, reading this book from their phone. So I'm calling on the diaspora and our friend to please, we are retired now. We left this country when there was prosperity, right? And is that nostalgia of the prosperity that we, when we left Nigeria, where everything was fine, and there wasn't as many people as there are now. The population was like maybe 10% of this at that time. So the good times that we grew up in the 50s and 60s and 70s, that's what I am remembering on a personal level. And for those of you that I'm calling on, that are diaspora Nigerians, we grew up at the same time, I'm asking you to please come home and come and give back to this society. It doesn't have to be Shimawa High School, but of course I prefer that you come to Shimawa High School. But you can go to our communities across Nigeria and give back in a meaningful way. We're grandparents, we've done well, we've raised successful children, and now we have some time. Please reach out to me. You know me, I'm on social media. You know how to really find me on social media. If you're watching this, my community and my friends, you know who I am. So reach out and let's coordinate how we can bring everyone back home. If you don't have a place to stay in Nigeria, you haven't been here in a long time, we are working together. We will pick you up from the airport, we will find you accommodation, and we will also bring you to whichever school you want to give back to, or any community. Again, thank you for watching. Thank you.
Good day, viewers and listeners. To this BRG issue, I just want to say I think it is something God has planned, that certain people from Nigeria will surely remember Nigeria and will think right and come back to feel and feed Nigeria, especially catching these young ones from the tender age. This BRG of 18 I'm seeing, I never believe it will come to this level. But all the students can bear me witness that no, it's something they must have learned, and they must have been praying that if they get into position in the nearest future, be it political power or economic power, they will surely come back and give to any other society they see. Based on what we have seen from what Ms. Shonuga and the partners have done in Shimawa High School, this is a laudable program. This summer coaching happens to be the third one for this set, and which is their final. And I'm sure they will testify that they have been transformed very well. Above all, we chose to be using books that were made in Nigeria to boost reading and writing culture, which is already taking place. You can see when one of them was reading, anyone can be called impromptu. I'm sure they will read fluently. They are different from others now. So to this, I believe MS Shonuga and the partners have done a laudable things. Definitely, they have affected future of Nigeria, because these young ones we are teaching today will surely, even if they didn't come back to give, they will surely live to whatever they have learned here, anywhere they get to in the world. And I'm sure they have the instinct now that anywhere they find themselves, they know they must give back. And may the Lord help all of us. From the teachers, I want to appreciate them very well. They have been teaching diligently, and I'm sure the learners are also learning when the teaching was taking place. Above all, choosing Shimawa as a specimen, as a guinea pig, is something laudable again. This village, rural village, community that seems to have been forgotten, and now here are proud children that believe, even when they are not in school, see them in large number because they are enjoying what is going on. May the Lord help everybody and keep providing for the sponsors of this program. And I'm calling on whoever God has provided for to actually give back. There's nobody that cannot give back. Some people can give their time, some people can give their money, some people can give their energy, and their thinking and their ideas. All these are welcome. See MS Shonuga, and I'm sure she will actually live to expectation. God bless you, listeners and viewers.
Thank you. So, Miss Kolade, English teacher, I would like to say something as well.
Good day to our intending sponsors and sponsorers. Okay, we are glad this scheme is initiated in our school year, Shimawa High School, and we found it as a great opportunity to be part of this. And we know we are preparing, we are learning, and we are emancipating, doing this to be a global citizen. Yes, we are not just limited to Shimawa High School. And I want to comment on this literature text that we've been reading, Chinua Achebe, Things Fall Apart. It's a book that is reminding us of the way we were before the colonization, things that were being practiced before the colonization took place. And it's a great book that is serving as a reminder, and it has a lot of significance to the learners, and they are really getting things that they are supposed to, that they ought to have known, where most of them were not opportune to get, and they are getting it now. So I tend to plead or appeal to everyone out there to please put all hands on decks and really pave way for these great learners to become global citizens, just like we intend. To make Shimawa a great community, we can start from Shimawa. We know we're not just ending in Shimawa. It's not just going to be Shimawa, but we're definitely going to start from somewhere. So we at Shimawa High School, we are ready, and we're anticipating that everyone out there will be ready to support our MS Shonuga in making this a dream come true. Thank you.
Thank you. So Ms. Shogade is next, and then Mr. Odugbesi. Then I'll pick on a couple of students.
Firstly, I would like to appreciate our CEO, Chief MS Shonuga, for a great job well done. We really appreciate her concerning these students. The way she loved them, it really shows she's a great mother, and we really appreciate her for that. For this community, I can really say I've been here since 2 years ago, and I can really say we really need help, because when it comes to the time of paying their WAEC fee, it's really sad that most of the students could not afford. I mean, most of the parents, they cannot afford it. So we are really pleading to our sponsors to really help this set so that they will do the right thing at the right time by paying their WAEC fees, and it's not going to affect any of them. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. I'm Mr. Odugbesi Oluwafemi. I'm the science teacher here in Shimawa for the BRG program, which commenced precisely 2022, that's 2 years ago, with these students while they were in SS1, and now they're in SS3. So this is the third section of the program, and we thank God for the journey so far. It's been a very impactful program over the students, and I want to say I'm very privileged to be part of a team that is actually making or paving ways for these children. We thank God so far for these children, and we have been able to impact them, and we believe that indeed they are going to be global citizens as we hope for. And we have been taking on this book. We have been reading Chinua Achebe's book titled Things Fall Apart for this section, and it's been a very wonderful book. We have been learning quite a lot of things that are very deep to our roots. You know, a way of preserving our indigenous language. And the lessons so far, we believe these children, they will carry home and even continue thereby. And we want to use the opportunity to appreciate our sponsors and the CEO of BRG, in person of Chief MS Shonuga, and our co-sponsors in Diaspora. We want to really thank you for the sponsors so far. These children, each day they come, they take their lunch. When they came, they were given books, materials for this lesson, and nothing is lacking. They really, and this has been an encouraging thing for them. So we really appreciate you very well. We pray that God will continue to bless you. And just like Oliver Twist, we always want more, so that we can actually support these children with every other thing that is required. Their work is coming very soon. By next year, May, they'll be writing their WAEC. So we call on the sponsors and the intended sponsors that will really want to join this initiative. We pray that God will bless you. And we pray that God will continue to replenish your pockets. So we really appreciate you so far. So thank you.
Alima, right? Are you breathing? Are you breathing? Can I see you? Okay. So Alima is going to speak next. So just feel free, right? Anything simple, it's okay.
Good day, everyone. My name is Akishola Alimat. I want to say a big thank you to the CEO of BRG, MS Shonoga, and a very big thank you to the sponsors and the coordinator of this program. This program has really helped me a lot. Even though I wasn't part of the first BRG stuff, so I want to say a big thank you to them. They've been really helping us. Even if we want to go to another lesson, we have to pay some amount of money. We came to the lesson for free. They allow other students to come from other schools. They will give us writing materials. They give us lunch in the afternoon. This is a very big thing. So I want to say a big thank you to them and a shout out to them for everything. We are not only the school in this environment, but they choose to pick us. I'm very lucky to be part of this program. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Abdulmalik Dawood. I was very surprised and shocked when we were told we are going to be adopted by a group of teams called Beyond Remittance Group, which I was not knowing I'm going to be part of this program. My appreciation goes to Ms. MS Shonuga and the sponsors of this program and our teachers. I've learned a lot of things, even in my reading and writing skills.
Good day, everyone. I am Odugbesi Solomon by name. My sincere appreciation goes to the sponsors of the Beyond Remittance Group, BRG. They have impacted great knowledge and understanding depending on the preservation of indigenous knowledge, and also to improve our self-esteem and confidence. They have been so supporting and understanding to we the students, and I'm imploring you, the diasporas, to keep on supporting this program.
My name is Kana Sodiq. I want to appreciate my teachers and my fellow students. If not because of BRG, I'll not be here. In my shop, they say that I should not go, but I decide. If not because of BRG, I will have sewn my clothes. As for now, I want to appreciate of BRG. I want to appreciate my teachers, Ms. Kolade and Mr. Odugbesi and Mr. Shuibu. I want to tell them thank you. And I appreciate what they are teaching us. They give us lunch at the afternoon, and they teach us well. Thank you.
I am Azan Jessica by name. I want to say a very big thank you to the sponsors of BRG. This program have really impacted a lot to my life. Like, I was not the type of person that, though I can stand and face crowd, but everybody will be looking at me that I'm normal in my face, but I'll be shaking inside of me. This program gave me the boldness to stand and believe that whenever I'm speaking in front of people, I believe that even if I do mistake, people will correct me. So this program makes me to stop shaking even inside. And I am not a lover of mathematics. Whenever my dad say that I'm going to be doing lesson during the holiday, the first thing that comes to my mind is mathematics. Like, I will be meeting strange teacher wherever I go, and then, I was always scared of teacher being harsh on me. So to go and do lesson outside, I will be thinking of mathematics. But when we start this program, this BRG, though I am not perfect, but I know that this program makes me to think ahead, and I grab fast.